Hello, Dugan. How are you? Simply Knives. How are you? Nice to see you again this week. I've missed my little Sunday night gathering. Yeah, he's back all right. Oh, I really missed it. It's been a busy few weeks with the family. So, Connor, you're very welcome. Nice to see you again, mate. Big Red EDC. Hello, mate. How are you? How are you? You might see something you'll know on the screen there. William, you're very welcome. Tyrone, you're welcome. I haven't found what I want for it yet. I think I want a wee plinth to put the Submariner's badge on, but I haven't seen what I want yet. Avante, hello, how are you? Oh, Paddy stream swap. Now we'll let a few more get in, and then we'll kick her off. Just hang on to get a wee book. Oh. I haven't got much in way of a big list of things that I want to talk about tonight, but I've got some interesting ones, I think. Hello, Menace with Knife. How are you? MC, you're very welcome. And if I miss you coming in, I'm very sorry. Paddy, any recommended multi-tool? Other than your Swiss Army knives, which I have one. To be honest with you, I don't use mine a lot, but what I do use is a Leatherman. I have a very old one here, but it just goes to show you don't. This is the Leatherman Pulse, and this was the first Leatherman that had the lockable blades and all. Really, really old, and I got it given to me. It's in immaculate condition with the original leather pouch. I use that all the time. Literally, I would say nearly every day I have that out for something. So Leatherman, yeah, they're just simply good. Do you know what I mean? For me, anyway. For me. What's your favourite knife of this year so far? Oh, Connor. There's Estee Norman in. World of EDC. Hello, how are you? Favourite knife of the year? Oh, do you know, give me a couple of minutes to just have a real good think of that, because I've had a couple of really good ones. I think I have a different budget one and I have a different sort of medium priced one. Oh gosh, it's so difficult. How can that be so difficult? Anybody else got a favourite knife of the year while they're there? I'll just throw that back again. A favourite knife of the year? I find them questions awful difficult. Do you know when you get the wee challenges to pick, 5-year best? It takes me so long to pick them out. The best knife of the year so far. Oh gosh. Oh, I really, really don't know. I've got a couple this week that are getting close to it. Simply Knives, how you doing? It's such a hard question. Knives of the year that I've had this year. Oh gosh, come on, Stephen. Think hard. When did I get that? Because that to me was my knife. That to me is the knife of the year, without fail. If I have to pick, just that's an expensive knife, but I think as far as budget knives would go, I think this wee baby, what is this? The FH51 is an amazing budget knife. For me, it's the smaller. Hi, Paddy, did you ever consider getting into Discord? Some fellers on the knife Reddit got a Discord going. We even got Shabazz. I don't know what a Discord is, to be honest with you. Evening, Sean. How are you doing? The FH51 I really like as one of the budget knives, but it's not the only one, which is I'd actually brought this one out. I'm actually been reviewing this one, and let me tell you, this is going back to the 440C. This is the FB765 in 440C. But by goodness, this is one good knife. The action on the axis lock is, look at that, it's just beautiful. BH, hello in Lithuania, how are you? I'll leave that there. Um, I'll show you another one that I've got. I haven't really got them on the channel yet. I haven't done them. Oh, it's a new social media like Skype with servers. No, never heard of it. So um, I'm technically a bit dumb. I'm a bit dumb mostly, but if you ever get interested in joining, give me a holler. I'll send you an invite. No idea what it is, but Connor, I'll give anything a bash as long as you can tell me how to work it, because you would need to tell me. I'm not very savvy. Six sticks. This fixed blade seems good. I wish I had at least 440C. You're talking about fixed blade there. I have a knife coming from a company called it's their brother. They come under the name of Brother Knife and Tool, I think it is. And they sent me about three knives. Two are folding and one's a fixed blade. I have one of their fixed blades that I got last year, and it's in 440C. I believe this one is as well. And absolutely great knife, and for not a lot of money. So that'll be coming soon. I'm sort of due them any week now. So I'll put that one up again. And the old one is still for sale on GearBest under Brother Knives. It's got my car to handle as well. Really good. I'm struggling with this knife. Best knife of the year so far. I know a lot of people think this is the best. This is the Para 3 lightweight. A lot of people think this is, hello Maka, how you doing? Sticks, how you think this could be knife of the year. Not for me, I'm afraid. Although it was a really generous gift, but it definitely wouldn't be knife of the year. I think it's a great knife, but it wouldn't be a knife of the year. I want to talk about that later on and what it's been. Everybody seems to be doing comparisons with the bug out. I'm a bit different, which is nothing unusual. But we'll talk about that later on. My goodness, 32 of you. Well, those of you I missed, hello, you're very welcome. And what I've got out in front of you, I'm talking about, I want to start to talk. Hello, Tony, how are you? What's that blue, sky blue Kaiser? This is it here. This is the slip joint. This is the, what do they call it? The zip slip. Tony, an absolutely beautiful knife. Absolutely stunning. Really, really comfortable. Immaculate pocket clip. Just, this could be one of the knives of the year for me. It is so good. A really beautiful knife. Just done the review on that, or maybe, yeah, I think I might have done the review on that. But a really nice knife. Hello from Alaska. Hello, Hardy. How are you doing? Nice to see you. Yes, what I wanted to start the conversation was collectors. I would consider myself a collector and a user, although I wouldn't be a safe queen collector. I don't have any sort of safe queens as such, but I've had about a year where I've been hitting it quite heavy on slip joints, and it was the other day I got my last one in there, which is this wee case one, which we'll talk about later too. And I've realised now that's it. I've had a wee run on my slip joints, and I need to get back to other sorts of knives again, just my folders, because I've built up a lovely box. I have a gorgeous box full of slip joints. I'm really blessed. I just love them. Um, so I have to wee break again now and get back to just normal knives. Normal knives, he says. Hello, Steve Dugan. How you doing? Um, where's the Paddy hates the Para 3. What's going on? I don't hate the Para 3. I love the Para 3. It's a really good knife. What I do hate that everybody's putting it at the bug out as a comparison, and I don't see that at all. I suppose I did it first because everybody was doing it, but I really don't see the bug out as the or this as a competition for the bug out. But I'm not going to say too much because my review's coming out this week. Let's just leave it at that. It'll be an interesting review. Let's put it like that. I'll probably cause controversy. Um, Now, well, there's a couple of knives here that I got from Big Red EDC, as in these two, which I love. Plus, I got, if you've seen my video, this is his a pin from his uniform with the two dolphins for a submariner, and I can take it off your hands. So he sent me this lovely package. I'd wanted this. I couldn't find this over here at all, which is just an electrician's knife. And I absolutely love it. It's fully oiled too. Every time I set it somewhere, it gets fully oiled. Do. So, let's get back to what I was talking about. I get sidetracked so easily. Yes, collections. How do you know when you've got enough? How do you know? I know we never have enough, but I realised that I had a real hammer in it, the slip joints this year. And last year I sort of started on it. And now I have the most beautiful box of slip joints. And I need to start moving back again to normal locking knives. But I'm sitting thinking, what happens if I get to the end and I've got a box full of these lovely knives? What am I going to do? Because to me, and I'm sure a lot of us are the same. To me, the knives, yes, they're the important thing. We like collecting the knives, but it's this community I find is the what. What did I do before I had the knife community? It's a hard. There's another hard question. What did you do before you had the knife community? Um, for me, it's become such a an important part of my. Yeah. Do you go through periods of wondering, have I got enough? Should I stop for a while? I feel as if I want to stop for a wee while and just enjoy the knives I've got. Does that make sense? You can always make videos and do comparisons and whatever, but I feel as if I'm not in the mood for buying knives at the minute. I'm enjoying. I want to enjoy this collection that I've managed to build up over a few years. This knife I got this week, if anybody's seen it, this is another slip joint. This is a JE made knife, but it's fulfilled by a company called ATS for him, and this is a cheaper version of his titanium and S35 VN. This is G10, but a beautiful G10, I'll have to say. Lovely stonewash blade, heavily stonewash blade, and D2. Absolutely beautiful. Me, honesty in this community is how I've grown as a person. The Discord I'm in is very close knit, and I'm getting a bunch of knives. I don't know. So I found it online. Look, Connor, I agree with you. This community is amazing. I have had so much help along the way. I would be nowhere near where I am now if it wasn't for the people in the community. Um, but does anybody ever has anybody ever got to the stage where they just fancy sitting back for a wee while and not buying? Because I find it really quite odd that there's nothing really about there at the minute that I really fancy buying anymore. I seem to have got everything around me that I fancy. That sounds very, I don't know what it sounds like, but yeah, the talking to the people, and the communication is just amazing. It really is. I sat back for a while when I moved from one job to another. I was a bit broke for a bit. Yeah, I think we all have parts where. Why is Steve Clover dancing in the background? um, I'm trying it. Car payment taking the price of knife back. Yeah, I mean, we all have periods in life where well, I definitely have period. Hello, Rich. It's a life where you don't have the money to buy knives and you sit back. But this is a voluntary sit back. I do have money to buy a certain amount of knives each month, but I really feel that I'm going to sit back now. Whether I can do it or not, there's a difference. Well, I've been doing my knife collection, and I have a disgusting amount of knives. Um, so I think I'm going to sit back now and give quite a few away for a while. I've been enjoying doing that, and I think I'm going to up, because there's ones that, not that they're bad knives, but they just have a whole stack of knives, especially a lot of budget knives. But I know there's people out there would appreciate them. So there'll be a budget knife giveaway tonight, and a wee bit of Paddy swag, and a wee wallet that I just lying about there. I thought I'll throw it in. So that'll come in near the end of the session tonight. Why I love doing the live so much. Yeah, do you know? Hello, JR. How are you? Ever handle a metamorph? No, mate. I've never handled a metamorph. Front flippers. I only have. There's only one I've got. I know I've got this wee one. My fingers and front flippers. Oh, hang on. Have I got the right way? No, there you see. Can't even get the right way. I'm not. Oh, yo, first go. I have this lovely wee front flipper here, but I think it's the only one I've got. I'm not very comfortable with front flippers for some reason. I don't think I can roll them all right. That's not, and that's the way I would use them. But I've never been very comfortable with them. Oh, that is a beautiful little knife. It is only a small knife. It's only, what is that? About 3.5 inches long. But lovely little knife. Did you? Is your cut healing well? Big Red cut himself knife on the channel just to give us a bit of a laugh last night. I hope it's healing well. The Para 3 lightweights, I think, is a smashing little knife. I really do. Here, right, I'm going to give you a wee hint of what's coming out of this. I think this is. I think the bug out for Benchmade was clever marketing. They threw it on us. It was a surprise, but it was a surprise and it was a great knife. Yeah, it was just an absolute great knife. This is a more measured approach from Spyderco. This is not a shock. Everybody's been asking for it since the Para 3 came out. In fact, before it, everybody wanted a lightweight one. And they done it and they brought out a really nice little knife. But this locking mechanism in a lightweight is not great, in my opinion. Um, they've come out with a very low grade. It's not low grade. It's sort of the minimum they could have come out with for steel. Rather than S30 they've come out with a minimum one, knowing that when this came out, everybody's going to want to buy one, and then in a month's time, it's great marketing. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't think I want to fall into it. Spyderco are very much the marketing company. Let's see what we can get from our, and that's fine. That's how you keep going in business, for goodness sake. But for me, who collects knives, I don't need 4 or 5 of these in different blade steels. And I think they could have come out with an S30V, which would have been great. I'll not buy another one because I can sharpen a knife. And I've always said that if you can sharpen a knife, the blade steel is not that important. I have the knife. The steel on here is perfectly good. Um, yeah, that's JR. That's perfect. They've just learned how to do it, and I think a lot of people fall into that habit of just wanting, this higher grade blade steel. And yes, I like them too, and I like to try them, but I don't want 4 of the same knives, and I don't want to have to sell on 4 knives that I bought. I don't do the selling over here. It's next to impossible. Um, yeah, some people get ignited yeah. Um, So, I mean, I just think this was, people have been comparing this, and this is what Spyderco wanted. They wanted us to compare this to the bug out, but I don't think that's the comparison. I have a comparison for it, um, which sadly, much like a bug out, beats it hands down. But we'll wait to my review this week. I'm not going to give anything. I'm really looking forward to the review because I've given it quite a lot of time and thought, because I've seen that many reviews against the bug out. And to me, it's not the knife. Now, anybody else have any thoughts on the Para 3? What's the blue Kaiser? Simon, that's the zip slip. It's the friction folder. Um, this will be one of the best knives of the year as well. Somebody asked me that question, and I haven't. I've got so many at the minute that are in my head that have been great knives this year. This is definitely one of them. Although, again, it's like a lot of things. An awful lot of people hated it. I loved it. So it's one of those knives which is, it's exciting because I love it when you either love it or hate it, because somebody has then done a design that's good, because it can get that polarizing opinions. To have a knife that come out and everybody says, "Oh, that's lovely," it just means it's lovely. It doesn't. It's not exciting. Do you want to handle a metamorph? I'd send you one of the postbox to try it. Look, thank you very much, Connor. The metamorph is the front flipper, isn't it? To be honest with you, it's not something that would appeal to me. The steel debate is stupid. As I was trying to send you, Nick, you've got a great red wine and you're fixated on the alcohol content. Yeah, yeah, that's uh, that's a really good comparison. Scratch my it's a small Sabenza yesterday. Oh man, that small Sabenza I just think is I've really grown to love that. Of everything that's about at the minute, that's the one that I quite fancy getting, but it's a long way off before I'll pay that, I think. But you never know. Life is the metamorph is the front flipper. Um, Look, thank you so much for that offer, but it's a front flipper. I'm just and I understand what you're saying, and I genuinely don't mean to be. It's not a knife that for me. Front flippers and me just don't get on. They just don't. Sorry, but thank you so much indeed. I really do appreciate that. And the trouble is, you could say yes, but it's so expensive sending it over to Ireland. If it's not something that the Guppy Shack, hey, where, or if I can buy the Bird Turn clone or the Spyderco, AliExpress. If you want the clones, AliExpress the best place for the clones. The Spyderco clones, anyway. Their Bird Turn is excellent. There you go. That's theirs. I bought it in the colour that they don't make it, so it's a clone, but it is one of the best clones out there. An amazing slip joint, amazing grip and hold. Just the whole build quality it's like it's come from the Spyderco factory. That's okay. Thanks, Connor, for understanding there. Mostly tanks, yeah. Small tanks, just small tanks. The new Lion Steel slip joints, right? Yes, they are. And do you want to know something? I mean, I have a Lion Steel, and I think it's an absolutely amazing little slip joint. Um, do you know, I'm going to have to do it this week. Again, not that it bothers me. I've used this and I've done my cut tests on it, and it was fine. But I'm actually going to do a wee bit of an extended cut test on this, just to see if mine is one of the very soft blades. Um, it didn't seem to be when I done my first tests. But somebody had 48. Yeah, it was HRC. LTK was showing a brilliant little utility knife. I don't think I've seen this. Ian, this warranty treat. So yeah, I'm going to do a wee cut test this week. I'll probably video it just to see how it goes. Mine's are not as scientific as JR's and all them other boys. Mine's more just cardboard and I just keep cutting until it goes blunt. And I can't cut paper. But they look good anyway. I have to say, they really are. The clip point looks absolutely beautiful. I probably wouldn't go for the two-bladed one because I think that's the price that a wee bit too high. Rhino, how you doing? You're very welcome. And Jersey, I think I've seen Jersey Man there, or whatever. Simon Vertigo, hey Paddy, is that red lanyard self-made? No, I got this. Do you know this is a disgrace? I can't remember. Who was it? Somebody gave me this for another knife, and I put it on this knife this week because it's a very bland knife. I wish they'd have put red stripes or something in there, but I put this on, and I just on here it gives it something to pull out because I intend to carry this in my new slip that I've been using. I don't know whether you've seen that. It's the R RG2 steel, Leatherworks. An absolutely amazing slip. I love it. It is so soft, and what I've enjoyed about it is I'm carrying my little torch in here, but I can carry a spare battery, which is something I really like doing. I don't see the point of having an EDC torch if you haven't got some sort of backup for if your battery runs out. So it's been nice to be able to carry the two in the one place. Corolla, how you doing? You've been asking. It's so nice to be back, and it's nice to be talking again. And I've forgotten I'm supposed to be reading all these comments. So this is another knife I'm going to be doing a review on this week. Spoiler alert, this is worth a look. If you want a, now it's not maybe budget because it's priced a wee bit high for a CRKT, but not over high. Very much worth the money. This is the CRKT Avant. What a, look at that. Look at this lovely brass or copper. It's more copper um, hardware on this. It is a stunning knife. Um, so I'll be doing a review. It's a bit heavy, and that is the only thing I can say that is wrong with this knife. This is a proper work knife. Proper work knife. So I'll have a review this week on this. I have so many reviews to come. It's great. What else did I get? I showed today. It's just come. It took me a while to order it from Father's Day. The kids give me some money to get a knife. So I chose this case, and this is their Barlow pattern. They brought the Barlow pattern out for a year, and they're doing Barlows. I chose this pattern, which is lovely. The fit and finish on this knife is what I would have thought Case made their name on. The fit and finish is beautiful. The bone is beautifully cut. I can't feel any of the transitions. Absolutely beautiful. The backside, absolutely beautiful on it. All the way around. Lovely termination. Blade fairly centered. I mean, the slightest wee bit off to this side over here. But it is beautiful. Absolutely stunning. And that's a Father's Day knife, so I'm going to be very biased, a bit like Big Red was talking about last night. These are the sort of knives that go nowhere, definitely. But the only sad thing about this is they go to the point of doing the fit and finish immaculate. And then, where do you see this for blade grind? Let's see, I'm not really set up for it. Oh, come on, Stephen. Let's see if you can see this. Look at that blade grind. Look at that. It's like a wavy. It was completely up there, jacked up here. There was nothing up here at all. I actually had to sharpen it to make it worthwhile. I had to put a wee quick sharpening on it. But it's so big there, I'm not even going to bother repairing it. I'm just going to use it, and it'll be a user, so it will come down, and just sharpening will bring it down. But beautiful knife. But I can't understand why Case, because they can do it, they can make beautiful knives, and then they go and ruin it by letting something like that through their QC. Love that blue. It really is stunning, Zach. Really, really. I have to say, it really, the fit and finish, and even the acid etch, the etching on this is perfect. It really is. The bone is just lovely. I have to say, I'm really impressed. And it's a nice, I like that spear point. It's a lovely blade. Yes, Jersey Knife Guy, the jigging is really nice on it. Somebody said they were looking for a clone of the, I didn't catch that there. Look, I really don't want to start being the enforcing clone ones, but clones, if you want clones, go on to AliExpress. That's the only place I know where you can get them regularly. I have had them in the past, but I mean, that's AliExpress is where you get clones if you really want one. Justin's in the house. Sorry, boys. Sorry, that was my fault. Right, where are you? Now, yes, some of the things that I got from, look what I got from Big Red EDC. I got the Master Blaster. I got his big sod buster. Isn't that lovely? And look at that handle on that. Now, it's obviously stabilised wood, but it is so beautifully done. And this was a knife that he was getting for $5. Look at that. For a $5 knife. And it's 10.95. It's been tested, 10.95 steel, which is just unbelievable. Big broad back on it. So comfortable in hand. Really am chuffed with that. Really am chuffed. Because the only other big one I had wasn't a traditional type one. It was in D2. And it was the Mazarin was my other big one. I have a smaller one, but they're near enough exactly the same size. Except the Mazarin was about 40 quid compared to, say $10. That was about $50 to $10. And let me tell you, this is everybody good and strops up. The 10.95 I think is one of the best stropping blades out there. Absolutely beautiful. Yes, that company brother contacted me. They're sending me three knives. One of them is, well, they're both lockbacks, and just two beautiful knives. I've had one very early on my channel. Hello, Justin. How are you? I had one, the brother one. I think it's the 1502. And I had one of their fixed blades early on from GearBest, but they're sort of gone out on their own. They're still selling on them with them companies, but they're sort of trying to get more of selling on their own. So they've sent me three knives, a fixed blade and two of their folders. One of the folders, I can't wait to show you it because you're not going to believe what you get for the price. It's just unbelievable. That makes sense, doesn't it? Mazarin is a beautiful knife. I love it. I really love it. Is Justin away? Did I miss him? Oh, tornado warning continues for. My goodness, that must be scary when they're coming across. I mean, we've had, I think, a couple over in mainland England, but it must be petrifying if you've got children and you're in the path. I can't imagine what that must be like for families. And does anybody live in the tornado area? Mr. Clover's in great form. Justin, I hope you're not in the way of those tornadoes. Oh my goodness. There we go. Yeah, Tony, I've actually felt earthquakes on the west coast. That was a few years ago. Sales guy will sort you out. I haven't seen Sales guy this week. Have I missed a video? Haven't seen him this week. Haven't seen Super Steel Steve either. Is he about or is he still on holiday? Is that Holly or didn't catch that name there, right? It's 42 degrees today, too much for me. 42 degrees and I would be in a cupboard with an ice cube cuddling it. Oh, Justin, you're in my prayers, mate. That's got to be incredibly scary. Got to be incredibly scary. Did anybody get this knife? This is the newest of it. Well, it's not the newest of the Ganzos. They've gone back to the axis lock again. This is the one before the 61, which is coming out now. This is the FH765 back to 440C. But the action on this axis lock is unbelievable. It is just, and it's a lovely knife. I think it's a lovely shaped knife, lovely blade. I've been carrying that, a review coming on this too. And the 440C seems to be just as good as it ever was. So that coming, and I have the 61, which is going back to D2 and a flipper. But what a blade shape. Wait till you see it. If you haven't seen it, it's got a marvellous blade shape. The other thing I've got up here is, I don't know if you remember, going back probably a month ago, I was testing a little petrol lighter. It was a wee small one, about half this size, that you carry on your key ring. Well, I end up losing it. This little ring here must have snapped off somewhere and I lost the thing. And it was great. It was gone a month without having to be refilled. No, a month plus without having to be refilled. And then I didn't get to test it again at the end. So I got this one the other day. And this is the True Utility. And look at the case it comes in. A little waterproof, if you're a bushcrafter to put your fire stash in or whatever, really great. And you could actually throw that in with it if you wanted to make up a little fire kit. But lovely little box. So I'm going to use this now and get this one. Although I'm going to reinforce this wee key ring because I'm a bit tired of Zippos running out of fuel because they just dry out. So that other wee one was just brilliant. Did anybody see this? This is I showed this earlier on there. This is the JE made. There's such an action on that knife. It is such a beautiful, look at that clip. I have fallen in love with this. And this is in D2 as well. For an everyday carry, it's much more than what you'll ever need. But that G10 is just gorgeous. And again, the fit and finish is just stunning. What would you say is the best folding knife for carving? Best folding knife for carving? Probably a whittler. One of the, or even there we go. This is what I would use a lot, a little Voker Barlow, but with a clip point on it. That's a great little whittler. Not, as long as you're not going to do anything really intricate, but with the point you can do more things with this than you can with, it's a lovely little whittler. What else have I got here? Here, and you're going to think I'm joking. You see a little peanut? See the two little blades on the peanut? They're great for whittling. If you're just going to do a little bit of, sitting on a rock somewhere, they're absolutely lovely. A little pen blade and a clip blade on a peanut. And then probably one of my favourites, and I haven't whittled with it yet, but is my Michael May one. That I think will be an absolutely beautiful whittler. I think it'll be beautiful. I think the wee peanut lighters are very underrated. A wee peanut in your pocket as a secondary knife is a marvellous little knife, and you've two blades. You're sort of covered for the whole day. EDC, a special short machete. Oh my goodness. See, I can't understand that. We've never been allowed stuff like that. Well, not since the Stone Age. I still wish Mora would make a folder. And I don't know. Moras they have got their role in life. That's them. They're perfect for bushcraft. And their whittling knives are absolutely amazing. Their wood carving knives are just the best in the world. Old timer splinter carving traditional pocket knife. Yeah. I mean, there's some great whittling knives out there to get that will do a job, but I think, you see, a clip point Barlow is a great wee knife just for sitting with. Stockman knife, another great knife, and I have another old 1950s knife here that I managed to pick up. This is just a wee two blade. Look at that. What a lovely little knife for whittling. And then it has, on the other end, is a wee pen blade. There's a great wee whittling knife. Do you know what I mean? A real old-fashioned white bone. Well, it's not bone. It's plastic. It's bendy a bit now. It's sort of gone malleable. Birdman, how you doing? BJ Hill. Yeah, Moras are I've got my Moras. They're lovely. In fact, I sent Jeff Jewell my wee woodworking one over to use because I'd stopped sort of using it. I've so many knives now, I'd stopped using it. I don't do any great whittling there, the bushcraft sort of whittling. I was going to say, 3 blades. Do you know, I haven't got a Congress yet. I must just get a Rough Rider Congress to see what they're like. They would be another probably great one. Therapeutic Edge, how you doing? You're very welcome, sir. So, has anybody got anything this week they'd like to share with us? Any nice knife? If I ever got the hypothetical, if you could keep just one knife, it would be a slippy for sure. Tony, it would be now for me. It wouldn't have been even a year ago. It wouldn't have been, but now it would be. I just have no doubts whatsoever. That's the knife that would be my. I wouldn't even have to think now. This is the knife that I would take. This hinder to me is just. I honestly, I just think it's engineering perfection. You know, as near as I'm ever going to get to it or need it. I just think it is a stunning knife. 20 CV is all the blade I'll ever need. G10, easy to look after. I just the pocket clip. I just love everything about this knife. If I was to ever keep one knife, no, there's nowhere in Northern Ireland that has really stood out for making knives. Sheffield in England was the big place that all knives were nearly made, and they made knives for America as well. So there was never any real. I mean, you had probably local makers, but no, nowhere in particular that made knives that I know of. That I know of. Hello, Harry. You got a Tucson TS49? Oh, lovely. Yeah, the Michael May. I mean, they're work knives. They're proper work knives. I mean, they're not something you want to stick in a glass cupboard. You know, they are a proper work knife. I've always stated that. But for the price to get a knife made to your specification, I don't think you can go far wrong. I don't think you can go far wrong. I've seen somebody say, no, Junior, how you doing? F745. Carbon fibre. I've actually stopped getting the carbon fibre now. Yeah, Sheffield, that's where the first Barlow sort of came from, around that area. And GEC Viper, yes, another beautiful knife. But I think since I got that Michael May, I don't really feel the need for a. That has sort of taken my itch. I mean, that blade shape on that is just. I have not, and it's so thin behind the edges. Not that I'm a thin behind the edge snob at all, but this one you can barely see it behind there. It just sort of disappears. Look at that. It's like a wire. It is such a cutter. And I just think, it's going to be a brilliant little whittler when I get around to doing it. Yes, the carbon fibre knives from Ganzo, I sort of stopped buying them now because I'm enjoying doing the writ dyeing. I actually want to dye this one red. I'll probably do that. I don't know, I have so many things that I want to do. I might actually, I was saying that I wasn't going to fix that blade, but I might actually do a video of me fixing this blade and resharpen it again. Sharp spot. That oily creek bone looks amazing. I was looking at it last night. Somebody had a video up. It looks gorgeous. Really does. So unusual. Wow. That sounds like a good knife stick, Si. I'd love to have a wee go at that. Red for Big Red EDC. Yes, yes, it's he's my hero. He's my hero. And this lovely electrician's knife, this is just, I love it. Such a useful knife. Such a useful knife. I love that. I love the fact that you've got the half blade here. And I started my career as an electrician. When I left school, I started my apprenticeship and then joined the Navy as an electrician. Um, so I just love that it's locking. And then the knife that's on here, this little spear point or drop point is absolutely beautiful. A really lovely knife, really sweet. A lot of Charade Imperial knives were made in Ireland. Yeah, so I believe down south, was it? I think Imperial had a factory down south. I remember talking about that, a couple of years ago. I think it was Tony Meteor there that was telling me about it. It's a Barlow compatible radio shack. 9 years old. Yes, I was. We used to carry. There were really rubbish little penknives we had until I got a secret, one of the secrets that was really good. That had the marlin spike on it, and I carried it for years. It was a big, heavy lump of metal. Slick Slicers has one actually. If you see his channel, Slick Slicers. I have got a couple of channels. If any of you are interested, I have a couple of channels that I have started following that are just a couple just amazing channels. But I won a competition, and I would like to give this fella. It's I Heart Knives. He had a competition, and I won it. And he had made a homemade leather wallet, and I am so excited to get it. He spent hours on it, and he done a wee video explaining how he made it, and what it was just I can't wait to get it. He has it in the post to me. But I Heart Knives, he's very much into the sharpening of blades, but he does review knives, and he has some lovely knives in at the minute. Um, really advise him. Another one that I would say is Neeves Knives, Neeves, Neeves Knives. This is a husband and wife that are they're nothing like Frankie and Bird, and they're not trying to be like Frankie and Bird. They're their own people, and they are so funny. They are so enthusiastic. They just they draw you in. They suck you into their videos. They're amazing. Really worth a visit. I'll put these down in the description about 5 or 10 minutes after my video goes up. And the other one is, especially for us boys over here in Europe, it's UK Legal Carry Knives. UK Legal Carry Knives. Another great channel. He does mostly slip joints, but he does an awful lot of high end slip joints. Um, and he's just got a new one in Nitro. Is it Nitro 5? The steel? Or Nitro V? Um, World of VDCT, enjoy the pre-ball and chain days. I don't know what that is. Yes, that fella, I Heart Knives, he makes strops and sells them, but very, very knowledgeable and an expert sharpener. Jeff Jewell recommends him, so when Jeff Jewell recommends you, you have to be good. You have to be good, in my opinion. But yeah, if any of you are around and you're just getting into sharpening, I Heart Knives or Jeff Jewell, pop over to them. Great sharpeners, and they just do videos. And like sharpening videos, you don't get a whole lot of audience participation in, but they just keep doing them, and I just love them for it because you can learn so much. Hey Ray, how you doing? The Zip Slip is one of my favourite knives of this year so far. I have quite a few. This one here, this one, this one. Quite a few knives of the year. I really do like the Para 3. I really do like it, but I just think it's been, well, I don't know. I just think it's been put into the wrong category. What's your favourite flashlight at the moment? Probably this one. If I wanted a flashlight, this is the Olight Baton, and this was the special edition that came in copper. This is just such a powerful little flashlight. For all the size of it is about 1,000 lumens, which is all I'd ever really want in a flashlight. But I was very fortunate enough to get sponsored by Olight for a while last year, so I got a few of their flashlights. This is the little small one that can go on your. It's a head torch, but it's a really lovely little simple flashlight. This is another Olight. What's this one? This is the Baton S30R Baton. Beautiful. This is a big what do you call them big batteries? Oh, gone out of my head. Can't think what the big batteries are called, but they last forever. Great. Olight, I think they have made are the nicest flashlights that I've had. Yeah, I don't think 18650. Thanks, Sticks. Yeah, 18650. So So I'll never need another flashlight. To be honest, I wouldn't be. I'm not a flashlight collector. I have enjoyed the ones. I've got a few more now, and I've got through night. It's the one I use the most. The wee tiny one. In fact, it's in my donkey's years. Great little EDC flashlight. That's the one I carry in here. When I'm going out, I can carry a spare. It's only a AAA battery. It's down in there, and I just put that in with it, and it means that I'm never going to run out of power for most things during any day. Now, what time is it now? Shall I do the wee giveaway now and get it out of the way? Because there's enough of you there. I'll do the wee giveaway. Right, what am I going to give away? Let's clear some of these back a bit here. What am I going to give away tonight? I am going to give away some Paddy swag, which is my one of the stickers and one of my new wee cards. So Paddy swag, I'm going to give away. I don't know whether anybody even wants it. It's just a wee wallet that I had. It's a wee lovely inside of it. Just a wee single-use wallet, just a wee small fold-over wallet. I'm not going to use it. I've got a couple more now myself. So I'm going to throw that in. I'm going to throw a little lanyard McDoofer there for tying on the back of your knife. And then I'm going to throw in this wee, it's just a Fuhrer. Now it's D2. Whether it's D2 or not, I don't know. But let me tell you, there's a razor's edge, lovely edge on that there. It's a liner lock, flipper, really nice little knife. Really a good little work knife. So, JT, I'll send some your way. I've meant to do that anyway. I don't know why I haven't. So there you go. There's the swag. So what are we going to do for the... Okay, here's a question. Person to answer it wins the swag. Hello, Scott. You're just in time. Here's the swag question. Who won the Formula One Grand Prix today? Oh, nobody got that. No, no. Max Verstappen, yes, JCB 67. JCB 67, you have won it. Max Verstappen won the Grand Prix today. Sticks, if you send me your address, you can either do it on Instagram if you want to PM me, or my email will be in the description below. Give it about 5 minutes after I upload the video. Um, or if you want it now, I'll tell you now, it doesn't really matter. I can say it over the line. It's SG Anderson 0247 at gmail.com.
0247. 0247.
Oh, sorry, I've got it wrong. That's my telephone code. It's SG Anderson at 0259 at gmail.com. I'll put it down below. I am a plonker. Well, nice, Sticks. I hope you enjoy that. I shall send that off to you at the earliest part of next week. Now, there we go. Any questions from you lads? My pleasure, sir. My pleasure. I hope you enjoy it. My pleasure. It's nice to see somebody who's been a subscriber for a long time winning something. It's JC. Sorry, yes. It's 3 letters. Look, I've got nothing right so far tonight. I haven't done this for about 3 weeks and I've got very out of touch with it. Yeah, it was JCB that won it. Oh boy, I'm bad. Dee, dee, dee. Yes, I had my wee granddaughter on an Instagram there, a wee video took during the week. She was also on one of my videos, but I put her on my Instagram page and she absolutely smashed the number of hits that I have ever had. Yeah, it's been a real family couple of weeks, Tony. It's just been hectic, hectic completely. Not Sunday night with iPad. Thank you very much indeed. Tonight seems very discombobulated. I just seem to have been struggling to keep up with everything tonight. So I apologise for that. Hopefully next week I'll be a bit more calmer. A bit more calmer. I'm looking forward to next week because I reckon there's going to be. I want to see what people think of the review on this. Everything is, Tony, yes, slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. Kids are a wonderful thing, and when they're young, you think you've got all these problems. It's when they get in their 40s, then the problems are big. But nothing serious, nothing serious. Just life. Just life. So, my friends, I'm going to call it an end to that, if that's okay with you. And we'll be back at the same time next week. I'll have much more properly organised for next week. I'm sorry it was a bit up and down this week. Um, JCB, you're going to send me, I'll put that on the video tonight before I go to bed. I'll put my email address on it. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you next week. All the very best. Cup of tea time. Oh, that's cold, but it's drinkable. Cheerio now. Take care. Bye bye.